Self-doubt doesn't announce itself. It sounds reasonable. It says, maybe you're not ready. Maybe someone else could do this better. Maybe you should wait. And because it sounds cautious, you listen. But over time, you start noticing something. You're not waiting for clarity. You're shrinking. Self-doubt rarely destroys your life in dramatic ways. It erodes it quietly. You hesitate before speaking. You second-guess decisions. You replay conversations long after they're over. And the worst part, no one else sees the battle. Stoicism doesn't eliminate self-doubt. It teaches you how to outgrow it. Not through hype, not through blind confidence, through steadiness. Here are 5 Stoic techniques that slowly, quietly crush self-doubt at its root. 1. Separate feeling from fact. Self-doubt feels like truth. I'm not capable. I'm not respected. I'm not ready. But feelings are not evidence. The Stoics train themselves to pause and ask, what is actually happening? What am I adding to it? Maybe someone didn't respond. Maybe you made a small mistake. Maybe you felt awkward. Those are events. The interpretation. I embarrassed myself. They think less of me. I'm not good enough. Is the story? Self-doubt thrives in unchallenged interpretation. The moment you separate sensation from narrative, its intensity drops. You may still feel uncertain, but you stop mistaking emotion for reality. That space, between feeling and fact, is where confidence begins. 2. Anchor to conduct, not outcome. Self-doubt grows when your worth depends on results. Did it go perfectly? Did they approve? Did you impress them? Outcomes are unstable. They depend on timing, context, other people. Conduct is stable. Did you speak clearly? Did you stay composed? Did you act with integrity? That's yours. When you measure yourself by conduct, not applause, self-doubt loses leverage. Even if the outcome falls short, you remain steady. And steadiness builds self-trust, not loud confidence. Quiet self-trust. That's stronger. 3. Act before you feel ready. Most people wait for confidence before they act. The Stoics did the opposite. They understood confidence is a byproduct of action. Self-doubt says, not yet. But not yet becomes a habit. The technique is simple, move while uncertain. Send the message. Have the conversation. Share the idea. Step forward, not recklessly, not aggressively, just steadily. Every time you act despite self-doubt, you collect evidence. Evidence that you can handle discomfort. Evidence that imperfect action doesn't destroy you. Evidence that hesitation was louder than reality. Evidence builds identity, and identity reshapes belief. 4. Practice negative visualization. This sounds counterintuitive, but it's powerful. Instead of avoiding worst-case scenarios, briefly face them. What if it doesn't go well? What if someone disagrees? What if it's awkward? Then ask, could I survive that? Almost always, yes. Self-doubt exaggerates consequences. It paints humiliation as permanent, mistakes as fatal. But when you calmly imagine the worst, you realize something. It's uncomfortable, not catastrophic, and once catastrophe shrinks into discomfort, courage becomes available. You stop fearing destruction. You start tolerating imperfection. That's freedom. 5. This is where self-doubt loses its foundation. If your identity depends on performing well, every situation becomes a threat. Every mistake becomes a verdict. Every criticism becomes a wound. But Stoicism shifts identity inward. You are not your last performance, not your last conversation, not your last success or failure. You are your character. Character remains when outcomes fluctuate. When identity is rooted in character, patience, composure, effort, honesty, self-doubt has less to attack. Because even if you stumble, you don't lose yourself. And when you stop fearing identity loss, self-doubt softens. Here's what most people misunderstand. Crushing self-doubt doesn't mean becoming fearless, or loud, or dominant. It means becoming steady. It means questioning your own dramatic interpretations. Measuring yourself by standards, not applause. Moving before confidence arrives. Facing imagined outcomes calmly. Rooting identity in character, not performance. Self-doubt doesn't disappear overnight, but it shrinks every time you refuse to obey it. And slowly, you notice something. You hesitate less. You recover faster. You speak more clearly. You move with less internal friction. Not because you eliminated doubt, because you stop negotiating with it. You don't need to become someone else. You need to trust the version of you that acts with integrity, even when uncertain. Self-doubt will visit. It doesn't get to decide. The next time self-doubt whispers, act once in alignment with your standards anyway, and let that action prove you're stronger than the voice. If this message felt familiar, subscribe. This channel is built for quiet strength under pressure. And tell me in the comments, where does self-doubt try to hold you back most?